Hello, everyone. So you've probably seen my video the other day on the big news in Finland. It's basically everywhere. Obviously, been in Parliament yesterday. Too. It's been a huge discussion about it. One of the tourist women that was showing me around, the tour women, I suppose you would call. Very nice woman. She had friends in Tipperary, for example, big talk about Tipperary around that area of Ireland, the Cliffs of Moher. So it's great talk about Ireland. But she's very upset that Anderson will be going to the European Parliament, for example. And obviously with a huge mandate, more than what any Irish MP would probably get. 250,000, so that's the population of Cavan, Leitrim, Monaghan, probably all of Meath, Lockford. Basically, huge population, huge amount of votes, 250,000. And you're probably wondering why, so there's a lot to discuss here, because it's big news. It is the biggest in Finnish history. Just to put in perspective, one person alone is the third biggest party. That just goes to show you how, at the moment, if she was a party, she'd be the third biggest. That just shows you how many votes she got. And the Left Alliance done very well. Andersson's party. The True Finns didn't do so well. As you know, they're banging their heads against the wall. They had three MPs, now they only have one, because people are not happy with them. And again, why Andersson got so many? Because people are not happy with the Conservative government, with the true Finns, take with the basic Finns, you would call them. People are not happy with them. So as you can see, it's a huge shock for Andersson to get that much. As you can see, the true leader of the true Finns, he's not very happy. Which the sort of because lost 6 or 7% and already very low, and again losing 2 seats to go down to 1 seat, and then the Left Alliance taking over and getting a huge mandate like that. And just to put in perspective, the three candidates for the True Finns, both combined, the three of them combined, couldn't beat Andersson, basically, and they got 30,000 or so. And Andersson, bet them over 10,000, with over 100,000, excuse me. So that's a huge. As I say, three candidates couldn't even compare to one candidate. So as you can see here, a huge shock for Andersson to find out how many votes she got, etc., etc. I don't think she expected to be half of the population of Ireland, take for example, 250,000 votes, first preference votes. Like, it is insane. And just to put in perspective too, that she won 8 out of the 13 areas, like we would call them electoral areas in Ireland. She won 8 out of 13, top of the poll, and 8 out of 13, just to say, which is insane. Like, I don't think any Irish candidate ever done that. Like in the European election, top of the poll, every, like, say for example, in Ireland Midwest, where we're from, take for example, Ireland South, Cork, and Kerry. No candidate could top the poll in each county, like say get let's say 30,000 each in each county and top the poll in that county. Nobody could do it, I don't think, in Ireland, to be totally honest. But it is generally insane. That, because again, it is the highest in more than 30 years for a candidate in Finland, so that's why it's big news at the moment. And obviously, as I say, the tour guide is very upset because she's very fond of Andersson, etc., etc. And so was many people in Parliament, etc., etc., because there was big discussions about it. Obviously, the day after the election, there big discussions. When I was there to Parliament, it was a half day, so there was only a few people in the Parliament, but Kennedy was invited back this Thursday, but obviously I'm going back to Ireland this Thursday for the Prime Minister's questions, etc., etc. Was invited back for that. And I was invited back to have a committee meeting today on security, etc., etc. I'm allowed to be in the public gallery if I wish to, but I'm not going to bother going today. But I will take them up sometime in the future. Maybe I'll take them up in a offer to go back to the thing, because again, they had a half day because of the European elections too. So, but the funniest thing too about just Parliament and all that Parliament's still going to be in session for another long time. The Dáil will be soon on the summer break. It probably are on the summer break by now. Parliament's going to go on in Finland for another while because they have a lot to discuss. And there's just huge opposition to everything the True Finns and the Conservative Party are putting forward in every direction. And as you see here, it just goes to show you it's not working. what the true Finns are doing and the Conservative Party, because again, this is huge, as many people pointed out and it was said in Parliament yesterday, it's a huge protest vote just to say we're not happy. So, and the true Finns are not, I don't know which were the Social Democrats or the Left Alliance, if we don't answer. But obviously they're not happy that there wasn't them, and they've lost 2 seats, and they're only down to 1 in the European Parliament. Because it just goes to show you they're not, with getting chopping boards, etc., and cutting people's, take for example people on disabilities, cutting their wages, cutting people on pensions. There's a few stories I could talk about when I go home. We could spend hours talking about it. So well done to Lie Anderson. It's unfortunate that she has to leave the Finnish Parliament, etc. But the funniest thing too, I only learned, there'd be no by-election. The way in Ireland, if this happened, and a TD, take for example, for argument's sake, let's say Matthew McGrath won a European election seat. I know he's not one another, but take for example, there would probably have to be a by-election. Probably if they go, again, within a year maybe they might, but I said they probably would have a by-election to elect somebody else. Because as we know about Van Batry got in the by-election. But here it's the person that comes second after the vote has taken place, even though it was 2 years ago. Whoever was after Lie Anderson would get in, whichever party they are. So, let me know what you think. Subscribe and one bye.